We're live, Gurudev.
Alright, so today we're going to be doing that Sultans of Swing solo. We're also going to be talking about a scale today. So the scale that we're talking about today is the A minor scale. A minor scale is basically the relative minor of the C major scale. So what I was talking about earlier in the C major scale is all naturals. There's no sharps and flats. And because A minor is a relative, there's also no sharps or flats in the A minor scale either. So like in the first octave of the scale, you play A, B, C, D, E, F. For like left hand technique too, you want to make sure that you're not going like this and like lifting your fingers up after you play the note. Make sure that like once you have that index finger down, make sure that like you leave it down until you get to the next string. Because if you have to ever go forwards and backwards, then these fingers are already there. You just have to take off these other guys, right? But if you're taking these guys off, then you're doing twice the amount of work. There's like the lifting and putting back kind of thing. So you want to make sure that when you're practicing these, try to keep your fingers down until you get to the next string. See the way that works? So you have A, B, C, D, E, F, and then G, and then back to A. So those 7 notes are the notes that make up the A minor scale. So basically, here's the whole scale. This is kind of like the textbook shape. So you definitely want to make sure you memorize it. I wrote down the names of the notes underneath all the notes as well too. So it's definitely good to try to remember as many of them as you can. And so basically here it goes. So it's like on the top string, you have A, B, C, which is 5, 7, 8. Then you have D, E, F, which is also 5, 7, 8. Then you just have G and A, which is 5 and 7. Then you have B, C, D, which is 4, 5, 7 now. So that's the one part of the scale where you just have to kind of shift back. So you want to make sure you're still using your index finger. Then you're going to go middle finger, and then pinky, and then you're going to do E, F, G. E, F, G, so this is, you're bringing that finger back. So you want to make sure you're using index finger. So that's E, F, G, and then A, B, C. So practice us setting the scale. And then descend the scale. So you're familiarizing yourself. Okay? Now, the Sultans of Swing solo, all the notes that you're going to be playing will be found within that scale. So there's a couple things here, a couple technique things that I'm pretty sure we've seen before anyway. In this first part of the tab here, you're just, that slash there between 5 and 7 is a slide. And then that is a hammer-on pull-off. So counting this guy, it comes in on 3 and. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're going to slide with your ring finger from 5 to 7 on the D string. Usually what I do is I roll my finger down like that. So notice how like when I roll it, I kind of flatten it out, but then I try to grab a hold of it. I'm going to talk a little bit about vibrato as well in a minute. But the next part is also on and 4 and. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and.
Wow.
So that last part, you're actually playing basically part of like a D minor triad or D minor chord. It's triad, though, just the three notes. So it's just like root, 3rd, 5th in the chord. But so what you're gonna do from there is with the pick, you're gonna kind of like rake it. Like sometimes there's like a couple different ways that you can play this. You can either hold it like a chord, or you can take your fingers away so that you only have that guy ringing out. It would probably be easier for you to start trying to go like this. So once you play the chord, once your pinky gets in there, then you can let go of the chord. So that would probably be an easier way to start. If you're doing this, that's kind of getting into sweep picking, which is not really something you kind of want to be spending too much time trying to get at this stage. It'd be better to kind of just work on that. So, so that guy is gonna come in on like the 2 and. So there's 1 and 2, but then there's the rake. Like when you start raking, this guy ends up being on the the 3rd beat. So it's like 1 and 2 and then those other guys. So this guy has to ring for an extra half a beat. So this guy will be on 3, and then so 3 and you're gonna wait over 4, and then this is gonna be on 4 and. So that guy's on 1, and then 3 and 4 and. So all together you got actually hang on a second. I have to fix one part. I actually just noticed that I made a mistake. Hold on.